Okay. You know what? I'm going live. I'm doing it quick. So some of y'all gonna have to get this on the flip side. If you ain't here now, you gotta catch it on the flip side, like taking the coin going from heads to tail. Catch it on the flip side. Now, I'm gonna be quick. Huh? Fast. Ha. You gotta go slow to go fast sometimes. And so I learned this week a reminder of something that's critically important to me. I learned that it's the difference between a trial and a test. And the difference between the trial and the test that I learned is that, like, a trial is just like me identifying whether I'm going to take action or not, whether I'm going to release effort or not. So I have to examine myself. Say, you know what? Am I going to release action? Did I? Why didn't I? And so I'm debating and I'm examining myself. This is what I'm going to try to do. See, do I really want it? Is it worth it? These are questions I learned to ask myself to be able to identify when I'm on track. Now, some of you know, like, man, I don't like being on track. I don't know about you. I want to switch gears. And I learned something how to switch gears between the trial and the test. And the way I learned to switch gears from the position of a trial to being repositioned to the perspective of a test, I had to not focus on, am I going to release effort or not? Am I going to do something or not do something? I had to be committed to doing something. Like when you join the class, you're going to be tested in that class because you're committed to doing something. You're not just deciding whether you're going to do it or not. It's no trial. It's a test. It's about your performance now. So it's no longer, okay, am I going to do it or not? Get an F. Ain't no F. No more. Now it's a test. And in the test, you can say, okay, how is my performance? Because I'm going to take an action. I want an A, but I might get a B or a C or a D. And when I perform and I'm examining my performance, this is the platform where I need a mentor or a coach, someone who's going to actually speak to me and hold me accountable in my performance. Now, I learned that it's wise to find mentoring coaches that are excelling in the area that I want to perform in, that I committed to take action in, because this is going to allow me the ability, you see, to be able to how can I say, my ability to perform at a high level for the maximum duration. I learned that from Lonnie Jackson, my best friend. Yeah. He said to operate at full capacity for the full duration. And mentors, they know, what break you down, what build you up. You got to be able to identify what are these things. When you go from a trial to say, well, I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, right? And you do it, you're committing to doing it. It costs you time. It costs you. You can't get time back. That's what I'm learning. You might be learning something different. But I just want to let you know that it's okay to switch gears. It's okay to commit. This is what I'm learning. It's okay to commit to go from a trial to a test and say, here I am, mentor, tell me what it's like living this dream. What are some of the tribulations? What are some of the high points? What's the vocabulary I need to utilize and activate? And as I do this, I can engage myself because I realize there's two things I need to focus on when I'm committed to taking action. I need to focus on my ability and my attitude. Because everybody probably heard in sports where you got somebody with way like a high, like they like super awesome. They way up here on the awesome spectrum. But they sitting on the bench. You ever seen somebody that was super awesome and they sitting on the bench? It's because the other factor, the attitude factor, is low. Okay? And if you have awesome ability and a low attitude, horrible attitude, your altitude is going to be low. But if you have a high ability and you have a high attitude, you're ready to get in the game. What I need to do, coach? What do you need me to be? That's what you say to the mentor, to the coaches who are trying to develop you. That's why I learned to say to the people trying to develop me to produce my dream. A dream is a seed. You got to put it in the right place where it can crack open and begin to reach out its roots to those who are going to give it hydration. That's refreshing. I like that. Stuff like that. when you get into the platform. And so I'm like, okay. And so I had to take notes. So I created me a T-chart. All right. On the T-chart, I had on one side, I had trial. It's like a flip of a coin. It's like the do or don't do, just to be able to examine myself to see where I'm at. And then on the other side, I had tests. So I could be able to see how I'm moving. So I can look at myself and say, you know what? I can do better. Then I started studying people who great at what I'm doing, what I want to develop in. I talk to them to see if they want to be my mentor. I watch them on YouTube, see how they spit that knowledge, Because I'm going to tell you, I like the Bible. Jesus said this one thing. He did this one thing. It messed me up. He spit in the dirt and told this man, let me put this dirt in your eye. He spit in the dirt, put it in the man's eye, and the man can see. And I thought about that. I was like, man, if somebody could come into my mess and release something that's going to change my perspective in my dirt and rub it all into my perspective so I can be able to adjust how I perceive life, maybe I can move different. Heck, in reality, I did move different. Look at how I switch gears. And you can't be afraid, man, to take action. And that's what I'm telling myself every day when I wake up. I'll be like, have you taken action with your dreams? Like I'm looking at you, I look in the mirror and I talk to myself. Because I believe Luke 17:21, the kingdom of God is within you. So I talk to the king in the kingdom. It says, do you know that you're the temple of the Lord, the Holy Spirit dwells within you? So I'm speaking to the throne. The one on the throne. And if I'm on the throne, I say, Lord, let me sit with you, cuz. But real talk, though. I don't just want to be on trial. I want to switch gears and start the test. I want to refine what my gift is. I want to have a system set up. I set up systems to engage. He said, if you can't love those who you can see, how can I expect you to love me who you can't see? So that reminds me and teaches me that my attitude is not just what I'm thinking in my head. It's what I display in my atmosphere to let the people around me know what's in my heart. I'm saying these things so that you can choose, so I can choose when I listen to this again, to be able to activate, to identify, to organize. To activate, that means to take action. To identify, what am I taking action with? Then organizing it. Saying, okay, now this is important to me. This is valuable. It's not just what you're doing, it's how you're doing what you're doing. The attitude and your movement. I promise you, it make a difference. When people look at it, they be like, man, I like that. Oh, man, I ain't going around that dude no more. No, I ain't finna mess up my day. I'm pretty sure a lot of people, what I'm being now. So I'm just saying, think about it. Think about it, I ain't gonna sit here and say too much, but what I want to say is a recap. So you put this on your head like a hat. Recap your head. You don't put on the mind of Christ. Boom. Whenever you find yourself in the crisis, put on the mind of Christ. Boom. You see what I'm saying? Recap it, revisit it, re-examine. So be encouraged. I'm gonna tell you something. You got something. You got something. You got something inside of you. You got something inside of you that somebody needs. You can't be afraid to do that thing. You can't be afraid to let it come out. My friend, one of my best friends, Pastor Charles Boxley, he wrote this book. I love it, but he always say to me, education comes from the root word educe. Educe, I might be saying it wrong, but Charles Boxley Jr., and he teaches on this. And educe, educate. I thought education was about learning something, getting something. He said, show me that educe is to take from the pool something from the side. What's inside? Like a seed, an apple seed got an apple tree in it. But it's got to drop them roots, drop that stem. So then it can drop them branches, then it can drop that fruit. You got to reach out them roots and say, hey, you know what? I need a mentor. I need a coach. Release that stem. I'm obeying. And then them branches going to branch out. People going to say, come over here. Come here. Come here, come here, come here. Reach out over here, reach out over here. And they go say, ooh, your fruit tastes good. Your dream, man. Live that dream. Look, I wrote a book called Discover You, Part 1, Part 2. Okay. And so it talks about some of these things, you know. I'm working on Part 3 right now. But if you like this, if this has been a blessing to you, like it, subscribe. I'm gonna keep doing this until I can't do it no more. And share it. Because remember, sharing is caring. And this video cares about you. So send it to somebody that needs some caring, needs some loving. I love you. Not like the way, like, you know, I don't know you, but agape love. Like, I'm gonna give you the best I got to give. I'm gonna love on you where I can, when I can. Because hurt people, but heal people, and helped people, help people. I'm trying to help. Not just you, but me too. Yeah. Because if I can't get you to allow that seed, your dream to germinate, to become what it need to become, I'm missing my resources. And I need what you got. I need what you got. Bang. So let it out. Let it live. Live your dreams. Live your dreams. Thank you.